Baseball is back at the dish as Texas just wrapped up their opening weekend series against Dartmouth with a 4-1 win over the Big Green. Ethan Mendoza, the Arizona State transfer, led the Longhorns in hitting today with 3 hits off of 4 at-bats with 2 RBIs and a home run. Austin FC opens up rivalry week tonight for their first match in 11 days as they take on 5th place FC Dallas. The Verde and Black are looking for their 4th win at home. I'm here outside of the Moody Center post-game after a 40-point win by Texas over Drexel, 82-42. Shaylee Gonzalez went 8 of 11 from the field, 5 of 6 beyond the 3-point line. She had 21 points, tying her season high. 17 stops have led Coach Dimitri Kokors's career to Texas, but his most meaningful one was on the international circuit. The Masters came to a close last Sunday night. Former UT golfer Scotty Scheffler won the tournament and put on the green jacket for the 2nd time in his career. Scheffler finished the 4-day tournament at Augusta National Golf Club with a total score of 11 under par. He became the 4th youngest golfer to win the 2 Masters and joins Tiger Woods as the only 2 golfers to win the tournament while being ranked #1 in the entire world. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton appeared in court earlier this week in relation to security fraud charges. On Tuesday, Paxton reached a deal to dismiss the charges based on completion of certain requirements and a restitution payment of $271,000. The deal means the Attorney General will avoid the trial that was set to begin on April 15th. As the school year quickly approaches, volleyball season is right around the corner, and for a team that's entering as the returning national champs, they're already focused on the next trophy. Yesterday afternoon, the Longhorns played in their annual orange and white scrimmage, and lots of fans were in attendance. The chance to seal a victory at Augusta National was back in McElroy's reach. A missed putt by Rose forced him to par, and that gave Rory the chance to birdie. And what do you know? All of those mental challenges and emotions went right away as Rory sunk a 3-foot putt to don his first ever Masters victory. So many times he has come up short, but for the first time in over a decade, the former prodigy overcame all doubt and was back on top of the golf world again. Only 2 days left in February, and each game left in the college basketball season now means so much more. A 4-day player showcase at the NFL Combine begins tomorrow, and Quinn Ewers is back to full health. Get ready because we're talking all of this out on the one and only College Crossfire. Bowling lanes, billiards, foosball, and now PCs. The latest age of recreation has reached UT's campus.
Both students as well as non-students, they come into the underground for the first time since the arena's open, and it's like, wow, the mothership is here.
In mid-October, the university opened up their new Alienware Longhorn Esports Arena, a new facility for video game lovers to share and exercise their passion.
For the last 8 years, I've been telling the university, this is something that we need to build, and we finally built it. So it's basically a dream come true.
Located in the Union's underground, the newly built arena has 30 desktops, multiple TVs, and a varsity room strictly for the Longhorn gaming teams to compete.
I'm very excited for the varsity space, which will allow our our teams space to practice consistently, which had a whole bunch of huge benefits.
The new facility isn't reserved just for the Longhorn gaming teams to practice. In addition to bowling, playing pool, or air hockey, many students can casually come to the Union Underground in their free time to play a quick game or two. Even though the arena opened just this month, it's only a new chapter to an already extensive history of the Union Underground that has been around for over 60 years.
It's a kind of the retro with bowling, and then we've got the modern new with esports gaming.
In Austin, Robert Gonsoulin, reporting Texas TV. Just when you think you've found some peace and quiet, you can hear them. Black field crickets. There's something Austin area residents aren't used to noticing.
They kind of look at it as a mini plague. They're like, I am totally inundated with crickets. They're everywhere.
While experts say it's an annual occurrence, the heavy rainfall we experienced in the spring caused a much larger uprising than normal.
The thing that really what springs mean is that the crickets laid a ton of eggs. So we expect this one to be worse than normal. We're seeing it being worse than normal.
It's not like out of the ordinary for us at all, but this has been like a busy year for crickets specifically.
Not only is it annoying to constantly hear crickets, but they can also damage your home's furniture. Once inside, they may try to eat through your fabric. So, there's a solution to these insects you can try before calling an exterminator. The experts say if you want to keep the bugs away, avoid using ultraviolet lights or keep them turned off at night, especially for commercial buildings.
Usually residential homeowners aren't leaving lights on to the extent that commercial is.
In Austin, Robert Gonsoulin, reporting Texas TV. It is a game like today's that makes the sport of women's basketball so fun to watch. Head coach Vic Schaefer has only beaten the decorated Kim Mulkey once at the Elite Eight in 2017. But at Texas, he's a winless 0-3 against her. Fast forward a few years, and Mulkey is now with LSU, and the Longhorns are in the SEC. Forced to face each other once again, the two met this afternoon in a top 5 matchup with a chance to boast conference domination.
And, for us, a lot of respect and admiration for that team that we played to LSU and Coach Mulkey.
When we went to South Carolina and we've come to Texas, good ball games. We were in ball games, had opportunities to, possibly steal a victory.
Coming off their 9th straight win, Texas returned to the Moody Center to play LSU for their next challenge. As the two teams featured some of the sport's biggest stars like Flau'jae Johnson and Madison Booker, both fan bases turned the arena into a chaotic atmosphere.
It's deafening. Y'all been in that building. Have y'all heard it louder in the last 2 weekends? That building is lit.
The game started off back and forth with low scoring, but as Texas had trouble shooting early on, they found themselves down by 12 midway through the third quarter.
I said, let's just stay after it, but you're good shooters. Toughen up a little bit and make a shot, because I thought we were getting some pretty good looks.
And sure enough, the Longhorns started getting their shots to fall. Madison Booker, Rory Harmon, and Breonna Preston became Texas's momentum-shifting playmakers.
For me personally, I just feel like I feed off of situations like this, that's where I get my energy from.
When the game's on the line like that, I lean back on my teammates, and my coach, everybody, honestly, the fans, they just have your back, and I know when it's time to let it go and let it fly, I got to do it.
Texas went on to finish the game with a 21-9 run in the final quarter. What was another tough matchup in front of them became another gutsy win for the Longhorns.
This group just kind of refuses to let things faze them. As bad as we played for 3 quarters, they stayed in the fight. I think the game honors toughness, and I thought our kids were really, really tough today.
You have to execute and be extremely tough when it requires the toughness of you. So I think that was probably the difference in the game, is just the toughness and the ability to execute when it got to be crunch time.
Texas has certainly gotten over the biggest hump in their schedule, as today's win was the 3rd over a top 10 opponent in 8 days. Now they get to rest for a week with the entire college basketball world put on notice. Reporting outside the Moody Center, Robert Gonsoulin, TSTV Sports.